Hi, we've got a new exciting tool out there. We've got the Zinzino customer presentation. It's a tool to help all of our new people go smart bronze in the first 30 days, getting 4 customers, qualifying them for the mentor bonus, and qualifying you for a double mentor bonus on them. So the information that I'm going to give you is not exactly how I would do a presentation. It's going to be more the factual things around the presentation. So I won't include the important things like make a friend, find a need, and transfer the feeling, but I'll do the factual, just going through each page of the presentation so that you know what I would say in all the different areas of the presentation. And then of course I'm going to come back in the end, talk a little bit about closing, but I'm not actually going to do all the questions and answers with a customer because that's for a live presentation. I'm going to look at what we say and how I say it. So let's get started. It's fascinating today. We spend so much money on fitness, anti-aging, and supplements. We take such a large interest in our health, but our health challenges are increasing. And I would say it's time to ask why. We believe one reason is the dramatic change in the ratio of the essential fatty acids, the omega-6 and the omega-3 in our modern diet. In fact, if we look at the history of the balance of those two fatty acids, we find that when our DNA was programmed or made, it was in a balance of 1-to-1 between omega-6 and omega-3. Of course, omega-6 is primarily from plants and omega-3 is primarily from fatty fish, if you didn't already know that. All the way from then, when the DNA was made, up until the 1960s, the balance between those two were pretty good. It was a 4-to-1 ratio or better. But today, after the last 50 years with change in the food industry, that has created a huge unbalance. In fact, today it's 12-to-1 on average in our Scandinavian countries. In Europe, the average is about 15-to-1. In the US, it's like 25-to-1. And we believe this is the large reason for all the changes in health that we see. The official recommendations from the Nordic Council of Ministers, Nordic Nutrition Recommendation 2004, it actually says that the balance should never be more than 5-to-1. So it's okay to eat 5 times as much omega-6 as omega-3, but it's not okay to eat 12 times as much. The World Health Organization recommends the balance to be even slightly better. They say between 2 to 5 times as much omega-6 as omega-3. And if you look at the science with the leading Dr. Artemis Xenopoulos, she says that 3-to-1 is the ideal balance between these fatty acids in your diet. And that's why Zinzino has developed the products, the oil and the shake, the balance products that can actually bring you in balance in as little as 120 days. You might now ask, well, how can I know this? And how can I know what my balance is? That's where the Zinzino Balance Test is so exciting. We've taken over 50,000 first tests and over 20,000 second tests, proving that our products works. But even better, we can find out how you're eating. We can find out what your diet is like. We will find out how much more omega-6 than omega-3 do you actually eat. On average, 75% of the people that have taken their first test is 12-to-1. 20%, those that are already using omega-3 supplements, well, their test results is 7-to-1. And there is only 5% of our Scandinavian and Northern Europe population that has a 3-to-1, balance or better. In fact, there is only About 5% of the Northern European population, including Baltics and Scandinavia and Iceland and all the small countries we have up here, that has 5-to-1 in balance or better. I was one of those that used omega-3 myself. I used 3 different supplements daily, and I had a 10.4-to-1 score. So I'm very happy that I got started on the products, and today I'm a part of the 20,000 people that have taken their second test. And what we found is that 95% of those that are taking Zinzino balanced products have an average ratio of 3-to-1 or better in as little as 120 days. So wherever you start in 120 days, you will be in balance, and you can take a second test and prove it. But you might ask, why is this balance so important? Well, it's not only about the test and the before and after. In fact, there is over 160 approved claims from the European Food Safety Authority. And here is my favorite ones. Normal maintenance of the brain, normal maintenance of the heart, and a 22% increase in skin elasticity in a separate study that we've done on our balanced products. There is many more to go through. Pick your favorite, talk with your customers, and ask them what would be important to them. The way it works is very simple. You take a test, finding out your balance. Mine was 10.4-to-1. Then you start using the products, and after 20 days, you go to zinzinotest.com and you find out what the balance score is. Then use the balanced products as recommended in 120 days and take a second test. And then you find out your second score. Mine was 1.7-to-1. Here is my question. This is the question that I would always ask the customer is, so would you like to find out what your score is? And this is when I would explain, as I go through the products, I would explain like the Zinzino Balance test, well, it's a cost of over 110 euros per test, but you find out your score, and if you have a perfect score, meaning that you have a protection value of 90% or higher on your first Zinzino Balance test, when you bought one of the subscription offers as a customer, there is 100% money back guarantee, and we will also stop your subscription, so there is no risk. But since the test is so expensive, and I bring in then the offer and the catalog where they can see different subscriptions, I explain them that both of those tests can become free if they sign up for a 12-month subscription. I think that's just brilliant. Then I'd explain them the 3 taste variations that we have on the oil: lemon, vanilla, and my personal favorite, orange, lemon, and mint. The Balance Shake with the beta-glucans is the only shake in the world that can actually balance your omega-6 to omega-3. We were the first company to launch it, and we're still the only company. And then of course we have the extender to protect, maintain, and renew. Together, the oil, the shake, and the extender, so either oil extender, shake extender, it creates the perfect anti-aging combination. And that's the one that I would really get all my customers on, because the results when you do that is just going to be amazing. And in fact, it doesn't cost them that much, because with the Zinzino for Free program, you can get an amazing offer. If they help you refer 4 more customers, well, then they will get their own product free. Every single month, all they have to do is to pay for shipping. So explain them that you will go out and help them do that, and you can get a bunch of customers really quickly. Here is what I know. Getting a customer in Zinzino has never been easier. Watch through this video maybe one more time to get your facts right. Then go out and practice, because when you practice, you become better. And of course, the closing questions, practice them with your sponsor if they help you do the presentation. And then eventually you become really good at it. But work really hard, at least in this first month, to hit Smart Bronze, the 4, and then work really hard to get all of your people to go Smart Bronze, because then your mentor bonus will actually become a lot of money. So let's go out there and let's make it happen and work as hard as you can to make a perfect customer presentation, because then you can help all of your people do the same. And that's the #1 key of building Zinzino. See you soon.